And just like that, the Corporate Transparency Act has been held unconstitutional by an Alabama District Court judge, claiming that Congress did not have the power to pass this legislation. What does this all mean? And more importantly, I know you guys are figuring whether you can stop filing your Corporate Transparency Act filings. Obviously, I'm at the beach today. I figured I'd do a little bit different video. But last Friday, Judge Lyles Burke ruled that Congress overstepped its boundaries and did not have authority to pass the Corporate Transparency Act and its onerous reporting requirements. What happened was the judge found the Corporate Transparency Act unconstitutional. So the important thing to remember is that the judgment was limited to the plaintiffs, which was the National Small Business Association and a couple of individuals. And so it really is only binding towards them. What's going to happen most likely is that the government is going to appeal this to the 11th Circuit. Now, the good news is that the 11th Circuit is a pretty conservative district. And so I would actually expect that the judgment will be upheld and the 11th Circuit will uphold the fact that it's unconstitutional. But that doesn't mean that it's going to apply everywhere else. So if somebody decides not to file something in California or New York or anywhere else, the judge's opinion isn't really binding on them. And what I expect to happen is you're going to see a lot of challenges happening all over the country, and certainly the judge's ruling will have an impact on the decision, the arguments obviously being made, but it does not guarantee that a judge in a different jurisdiction is going to abide by the rule. And so what often happens in these cases is that these things get appealed, and there's going to be probably a split decision. There's going to be some districts that say it's unconstitutional, other districts may say it's not, like for example California. The 9th Circuit over here may decide that it is not unconstitutional. So then you have a conflict between different circuits in the country, and that's ultimately where the Supreme Court can get involved to settle the dispute. But obviously this can take years to unfold, and so for right now, if you're debating as to whether to file or not file your beneficial owner information, I would highly recommend you continue to do so unless you were a member of the National Small Business Association as of March 1st. In fact, that's exactly what FinCEN, the government, came out. They came out with a statement on Monday saying that they will abide by the ruling specific to the plaintiffs and the National Small Business Association. They didn't quite say it, but obviously that implies that they are planning on continuing to enforce the Corporate Transparency Act for everybody else. Not that this is advice, but we're certainly going to be recommending that our clients continue to file their beneficial owner information until we either get clarity from the FinCEN that they're not going to keep enforcing it, or this gets appealed all the way to the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court says that it is unconstitutional. For now, I expect a ton more challenges to the law. You're going to see these popping up all over the country, and it'll be interesting to see the developments. But for right now, if I were you, I'd keep filing your beneficial owner's information pursuant to the Corporate Transparency Act.